Sorry, that's just anti-trans.
Yeah, the queer kiwi. We'll try watching her. This person was mostly well known, I think, for making a really weird video about how straight people shouldn't go in gay bars or something. Their queerness appears to be they're female and they have dyed hair. Am I using Chrome? I am using Chrome.
Greetings, guys, girls, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well, and I hope that you are fighting, because there's a lot to be fighting for. As usual, there'll be a link.
It's called Satan Knows Best. I don't know what this is, but it's not crazy long, so hey.
In the description to the page on my website with a bunch of petitions, donations, emails to send to MPs, etc., etc. My dear lord, why did it take me 8 times to be able to say that? I missed my meds for
Even Granny 666, how you doing?
4 days because I ran out, and then the fact I missed my meds for 4 days because I ran.
Oh my god, we're so quirky. Oh my god, I've got mental health issues. It's so quirky.
Ran out, and then the pharmacy was closed, so I blame that. When I've talked about missing my medication in the past because I'm a useless human being, a lot of you assume I'm talking about ADHD medication. I'm glad that you can all tell I have ADHD, but no, I don't take.
Oh my god, of course you have ADHD. I'm okay, how are you? I'm just watching stupid shit, I guess. I don't know what this stream has become. I've been on for over 6 hours. This is my longest stream ever, crazy.
Meds for my ADHD. These are my mood stabilizers for my BPD, borderline personality disorder, and so it just throws me off a little bit when I don't have them. I have a lot of people ask me why I
The person who doesn't want straight people in the gay bar has BPD. Wow, let's all be shocked.
do these Reddit videos and things all the time, like why I structure my videos like this. It is because I have ADHD and I cannot stay focused, so I use Reddit posts as prompts.
I have ADHD, guys. I have ADHD. Have I mentioned that I have ADHD? I have ADHD, by the way. I have ADHD, and I have ADHD.
To talk about what I need to talk about, and I'm glad it's a format that you all enjoy because it allows me to be able to have a thought rather than this, you know, because this is how my brain works. So this
So random. Oh my god, so random, guys. It's like you don't even know how random this person is. They're like so random.
this is how we solve the problem, is by going through Reddits like we are today. And the one you
Listen, if you think my content is bottom of the barrel, I watch dumb shit on the fucking internet. I don't scroll through Reddit or Twitter or some shit, you know what I mean? It could be worse.
No, I'm just broken. I'm just not a functioning person today. The Reddit that was recommended to me a lot this week that I thought was quite interesting that I haven't gone through before is r/self-aware wolves, which is sort of like the Twitter I went through a couple weeks ago, accidentally left wing.
Prospogonosia. Yeah. I've seen at least one person trying to make misophonia sound cute, and it's not cute. If you think misophonia is cute and you think that saying disgusting things to people because they made a noise you don't like and you're out of control is quirky and funny and cute, then something's wrong with you. It sucks. I don't wish it on anyone.
Where conservative people just say shit where they're like this close to the point, you know, they like almost understand. Let's get started, shall we? The one and only Bernie Sanders tweeted, "Have you ever avoided taking an ambulance because you could not afford it?" And someone replied, "The ambulance is not your taxi to the hospital." What? What is it? If you could not afford it. And someone replied, "The
Wait, you have to pay for ambulances in the US? I guess you have to pay for everything, but like, Jesus. I mean, it's not really a taxi. I don't know. It's kind of dumb.
ambulance is not your taxi to the hospital." What? What is it? If it's not an ambulance to the hospital, oh my god. Words are not my friend today. If an ambulance isn't a taxi to the hospital, do you care to explain to me what an ambulance is? Is it just fancy decoration? It's just a car with flashing lights just to be like, look, these exist. That's all, carry on.
Well, I mean, there's like a gurney and like equipment and stuff in the back as well, but yeah.
What do you think it is? I can't even imagine having to pay for an ambulance. That's a terrifying idea. Having to like I'm already scared of hurting myself. We're all scared of like needing to go to the hospital. That's not something anyone ever wants to do. But the fact that you have to be
Thousands. I mean, it's fucking America, isn't it? It doesn't surprise me. Authority of announcing that any group of people same share some characteristics were gentle folks, just passing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can't with that person. I might watch another video of them eventually, but between the shitty sound and the just ridiculous fucking things they say, like, I don't know. I've done a couple of videos, I think, on that creator, and I think they were quite scathing from what I remember. As a Native American, I can tell you that our people were always open to diversity and inclusion, but I was interrupted by European colonization with following values in Christianity. Well, yeah, I guess your whatever development the natives were having, that all got fucking very rudely interrupted. Cops don't charge though. They'll come over and shoot you for free. Yeah. I think more people should consider that option, quite frankly. That's a joke.
extra scared in the States because it can cost you like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars just to get treated is so fucked up. I cannot imagine living in a world where I'm afraid of that. Everyone deserves.
God, I wonder what it's like for Americans just hearing like these foreign like head empty types just learning that an ambulance costs a lot of money and being like, oh my God, that's so fucked up. Like, how often do you think people hear this kind of shit, you know?
To be healthy and treated and looked after and like alive and well. You know, that's like basic decency is to treat humans and make sure that they are okay.
Yes, you're an anti-capitalist, amazing, no one cared, no one asked.
And the fact that you have to pay hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars to get an ambulance to the hospital, what the fuck? That's all I have to say about that. It's unreal. It's unreal. The richest country in the world and you can't give people free ambulance.
You know what's crazy? This video came out January 9th, 2021. This person made all this speech and all that shit. And they haven't changed like the US healthcare system like at all. But she's like exposing how fucked up it is. It's crazy. You'd think more would have happened on the back of this video, you know?
Ambulances. Vice President Mike Pence. Democrats want to make rich people poorer and poor people more comfortable. Yes. Make rich people poorer and poor people more comfortable.
Wait, this is meant to be a Reddit video. And it's just Twitter so far. Or any of them actually Reddit posts? There's Twitter as well. I'm sure she said it was a fucking Reddit video. I could be wrong. BLM, Lebanon, Poland, yeah, okay. Oh my God, she has music. This isn't gonna autoplay anything, is it? Please don't. You met 5 seconds of summer. Anyway.
Yes.
Listen, I'm a failed musician too. Well, this person has 7,000 subscribers on their music thing. They're less of a failed musician. I'm an ultimate failed musician. So, but I understand. I understand branching out and doing literally anything else, trust me.
Is that meant to be a bad thing?
You want to start charging here for GP appointment? I haven't had a GP appointment in like longer than I can remember, to be honest with you. Like trying to get hold of my GP is like impossible. I don't know. They might well end up doing that because shit's not going well in the UK right now, so.
I would like him to explain how that's a bad thing. I just want to know how you can explain that in a way that makes you sound like not an ignorant, greedy asshole. They want to make rich people a little bit.
Yeah, isn't it just like people saying it like it's the craziest, most like insane thing they've ever heard in their lives, and you're like, yeah, it's been like this a long time. It's what it's like here. Thanks for reading about it, I guess. I don't need to have this open, to be honest with you.
Less rich and instead give that money to people who are struggling to survive. Yeah? Point being, I feel like people who are sitting on like...
So many of these like female influencers and stuff, I don't know why I'm saying female, some male ones are like this as well. They just love this like shallow anti-capitalism thing where it's like, thing cost money? That's bad. Rich have money? That's bad. It's like the most shallow shit. You obviously know that this person doesn't actually have many like concrete opinions on like actual things relating to fucking politics or capitalism or anything. It's such a virtue signal. You know exactly what kind of audience this person has. He's one of the richest countries in the world. Hey, let's make people pay for ambulances. Like, it's just the most like brain dead, like lefty shit. You know what I mean? Stay safe, especially if you live in the capital. I don't know. They managed to probably because it was 3 years ago.
Millions of dollars and getting millions of dollars while sitting on millions of dollars. They don't need that extra. They literally would not notice if you took away some money and gave it to people who needed it, whereas the people who need it will notice getting that money.
God, this person is like so and like all this like shit, you know, they seem quite consumerist, but you know, go off about rich people, I guess. Or 10K subscribers. I want to see if they fell off, because I remember the gay bars video and lesbian bars video, should I say? I need the straights to calm down. Like, how fucking toxic. I wonder if this person has a boyfriend. I bet she does. Conservative queers won't stop. Oh, okay. So, the most popular videos only from a year ago, so they haven't actually fallen off. Pick me gays. Like, this is like, I can tell how toxic this is just looking at it. And I can tell how toxic this person is just listening to this shit, because it's the most performative, like, basic ass lefty shit, like, ever. Like, basic bitch lefty.
Extra. They literally would not notice if you took away some money and gave it to people who needed it. Whereas the people
Then do it. Go ahead. Steal someone's money. See what happens. Go ahead, queer kiwi. Seeing as you're so confident in this hypothesis, go fucking do that. Let's see what happens. I think that's a great idea.
who need it will notice getting that money. You know what I mean? Not every job should have a living wage. That is not healthy for society. It is not healthy for someone making ice cream cones at Dairy Queen to make—
Oh God, I really want to know her fucking opinions on like how wages are like worked out. You want a society that actually can't live off these jobs. I mean, hey, I don't agree with this really, but it's a fucking shitpost on Twitter, so I don't know. I look forward to it being the worst thing anyone's ever said and just Hitler incarnate.
make enough to live off of. You want a society that actually can't live off of these jobs. What? Why do we want a society?
Well, I think the point probably is that you get those jobs as like a starter, and then you move up, you go on to other things. You either get into management in that position, you get a higher paying job somewhere else, you're supposed to develop, and then like, you know, the staff turns over. I guess that's probably the point, but this person is probably not going to pick this up. Why can't I stop giving these people my money? Why must pumpkin spice latte be so delicious? Yeah, I get you.
Society where people doing work can't live. If you were saying that someone making ice cream
Notice the like essentialism straight away.
at Dairy Queens shouldn't be able to afford to live, you are never
I know, right? It's so quirky and like queer. Can't you just tell this person is queer? Like, look at their hair.
ever allowed to go to Dairy Queens ever again. Because you don't think that that job is necessary, you don't think that it's important, and you don't think the workers deserve to be alive. And I'm imagining this extends to all—
That's not even what they said. Listen, it's so easy. I say this a lot. I don't care. It's so easy to just be a basic bitch fucking lefty and just read like these kind of tweets and like soy out about it and change it so it's like, oh, I literally want anyone that works in Dairy Queen to die. It's the most like, oh, I hate it. I see it occasionally. I'll see like my partner or like some like video game creator, and they'll just start throwing out some complete basic bitch like lefty opinions about shit they clearly don't understand like at all. It's just so like, just don't do this. Like I guess this was 3 years ago, but this person obviously like has some of that vestigial kind of shit because their videos are like, are the straights okay? When it's like, are you a straight person? You literally could be for all I know.
all minimum wage jobs. So I'm imagining this extends to all hospital and retail, and then warehouse work. So by that logic, you are never ever allowed to buy anything ever again, and you are never ever—
This is completely retarded. What logic? They're just saying live off of, like, you probably shouldn't be buying houses with a Dairy Queen job. I don't even know if I agree with that, but it's pretty easy to see the logic if you think at any time. But she dyed her hair so much that it literally got in there, and I think has filled out the wrinkles. It's becoming very smooth up there, I think.
never allowed to eat out or buy groceries, because people who work at grocery shops are also paid minimum wage. So yeah, have fun. Have fun. Society would not function without those roles. Capitalism would collapse without those roles. And they're not being paid enough.
It's a good job no one's saying to get rid of those roles then, isn't it? Queer. Fuck me. God, I didn't realize it was going to be like lefty brain rot, but I guess I'm down for it.
To live. Do you know how hard it is working retail? Do you know how difficult it is? I worked retail for—
It's not that difficult. It's tiring. Nowadays, you've got all the fucking shoplifters to contend with, which people like this are usually completely for, by the way. Which is nice, because, you know, they're just stealing those, like, 10 packs fucking beer to feed their family that's starving, I guess. You know, all that kind of shit. But yeah, retail work is not that hard. It's not fun. It's pretty brainless. It's tiring because you're on your feet all day. It's not that hard. Like, maybe this person struggles with it. I don't know. I struggle with other things that aren't the work, but that's me personally, so.
3 years? Yeah, I worked retail for 3 years. And it's not that fun, really, you know, having to stand on your feet for 10 hours a day and being worked ridiculously hard while being yelled at by people because they bought a pair of jeans and they're a centimeter difference in length and they somehow think that is your fault. Me, yes.
Oh, your life has been so hard. You have 410k subscribers. What's your Patreon? I want to see the Patreon. Or I call this person a fucking champagne socialist or something, which they are, let's be real. I mean, I say a champagne socialist. They're a basic bitch fucking lefty. $3.28 a month. I mean, hey, listen. No one should be sneezing at that kind of stuff. Oh, you just get stuff for early. And then, I don't know, some more stuff, I guess. Kiwi. Gross. But yeah, fuck capitalism, but also give us money.
Hello, I sold you a pair of jeans, but I understand it is entirely my fault that the legs were 1 centimeter difference. Thank you for yelling at me about that. Do you understand how hard it is? No? Fucking fuck you.
It's not that hard. Come on. I've been shouted at by a lot of people in my life. As someone with BPD actually doing the work, I have to say she is more like an NPD or narcissistic personality disorder. Maybe, I don't know. I'm a bit loath to like diagnose people. It seems very childish. Buying local is too important. Too expensive for all those is still the importance of it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, my budget is quite shoestring, so I'm very used to just kind of doing everything in Aldi, I guess. So I don't know. The thing with local shopping is, yeah, you have to pay more for it, and you might be getting better. You're giving to a small business, which I guess is nice, but it's just not feasible for a lot of people, unfortunately.
Ah! Yeah, if you don't think people should be making living wage for working, you are a bad person. Those jobs are fundamental.
I mean, it's your beliefs that make you a bad person. It's not who you are. It's not what you do with your life. It's not anything like that. It's your beliefs that make you a bad person. I hate this mentality so much. And I swear people do it because it's just easier. It's easier to just see something you don't like and write that person off with the rest of them instead of actually making the effort to understand people's positions and why. I was able to understand the position of the person that did that tweet very easily. And I don't know if I agree with them, to be honest. But like, Jesus Christ, like, oh God. I do need to like push more on like the lefty kind of shit because there's so much like wild shit that goes on in these black and white thinking. Yes, very much so. Absolutely. There's pro-trans, there's anti-trans. You're a good person who supports the left. You're a bad person who supports the right, blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing. It's very cringe. And like, younger people watch this kind of shit. They take cues from this kind of shit. I hear these kind of arguments repeated all up and down the fucking chain. And they're terrible no matter where they're being used. So, hey.
To society. People need to be doing them. And by saying that they don't deserve to live.
Are we still going on this by saying they don't deserve to live? That is really not what they said. Like, this essentializing. Not every job should have a living wage. They don't deserve to live? It's not healthy for society. Not healthy for someone making ice cream cones at Dairy Queen to be making enough to live off. You want a society that actually can't live off those jobs. Does that mean you think these people shouldn't live?
And that they should be aiming higher? Who is meant to do those jobs? You are never, ever allowed to.
Children, young adults that still live with their parents, so have basically no fucking expenses. I don't know. Lots of people. People with other things going on in their lives that want a part-time thing to just fill their income in a bit because they make music or they make art or they make whatever.
To use those services ever if you're going to say that they don't deserve to make money and they don't deserve to be able to pay for food and rent. We need those people.
Yeah, we do need those people, I guess. What's on her throat? Some kind of necklace thing. Choker. It's a choker. That's the thing. It has to have the attitude as well. Part of the bad argument is the brash confidence. Yeah. And we were watching Hunter Avalone earlier and he was doing the same thing, which is interesting because he got better after a while. What type of DDLG? Is that a fetish thing? I don't want to know if it's a fetish thing because fetishes are just one of those things that is just miss me with that. If it's a DGLG choker, then she's welcome to it. I guess the LG part would explain the completely terrible opinions and the completely basic bitch, my first lefty fucking opinions and all that.
We need them. Pay them more. The people at the top who are making millions upon millions of dollars, fuck them. Eat the rich.
Wow, how radical. How radical. Eat the rich. Coming from a fucking 410k subscriber channel that has a Patreon. People give you money for almost nothing. Eat the rich. Look what's on my t-shirt. Oh my God. This fucking lefty shit. I guess it's not really around as much as it used to be. Like 2021, this was definitely an epicenter for this kind of shit. But it was the cringiest fucking shit. It was the worst fucking shit.
Rich. That's all I have to say. That applies
You're so radical. Oh my God, you're like so passionate, getting angry. Oh, fuck the rich. Let's eat them. You ain't eating no fucking rich people. Calm the fuck down. Stop with the performative shit and actually think and learn.
Past 3 posts. Fuck capitalism, eat the rich. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Oh, this is the most performative fucking basic bitch fucking lefty shit that I've ever heard. You could replace this person with literally any of the other fucking basic bitch lefty fucking losers that were saying all the exact same shit in 2021. Oh my God. The Chinese virus. Okay, let's hear a white person tell us about racism, I guess.
Oh, for heaven's sake, the phrase Chinese virus is clear, comprehensible, and is also accurate and fact-based. Time for the snowflakes to go home and let the rest of us speak our own language. Can we please stop referring to the new variant of COVID as originating in the UK? It was first identified in the UK, which is an entirely different thing. So, what I gather from this is that you do understand that what you're saying is wrong, and you are just racist. Wear a t-shirt that says, "Hello, I am racist," and then we'll avoid you. That's all you need to do. Hello, I am racist. Okay, great. Fuck you.
You know what's... Jesus. She's a very hateful person.
I'm moving along now. Dating tip. If a guy tells...
Fuck you. Like, Jesus Christ. I feel like I don't get this crazy most of the time.
As originating in the UK, it was first identified in the UK. Understand that what you're saying is wrong, and you are just racist. Wear a t-shirt that says, "Hello, I am racist."
Well, it was first found in China or something. I don't fucking know. Emotionally clickbait. Yeah, listen, I don't like emotional blackmail, so, fuck all causes. Pineal gland is calcified by fluoridated water.
And then we'll avoid you. That's all you need to do. Hello, I am racist. Okay, great. Fuck you.
See, when people wear Eat the Rich t-shirts, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but it works in the same way. It's like, oh shit, I can just avoid the fuck out of you because you probably are a cunt. No offense, you're not actually a cunt, you're just a loser.
I'm moving along now. Dating tip. If a guy tells you he's not very political, he's conservative, but has learned that won't get him laid.
Gross, disgusting, gross, disgusting. You're going to agree with that because you like gaslighting people and because you want it to be two sides. I'm not very political. I'm a centrist. What, you must be a fucking conservative then. And then the only fucking shit that they'll consider is like socialism and left thereof, you know?
Accurate. Inaccurate. When I say I'm not very political, it's because I'm not. I'm a libertarian that leans conservative, but politics bore me.
Yeah, these people, again, with the labels, with the, you're this, therefore you must be a bad person. Do you know what it suggests to me? It suggests this person has a tiny mind.
Next post on this dude's blog is about how women are naturally inferior. That's funny. If you're apolitical and politics bore you, your privilege is showing. Your privilege.
How many like poor people are apolitical because they've just got too much shit to do that doesn't involve politics, and they don't really have time to think about all this wider world shit because they've got to fucking make sure they can eat and stuff. It's not a privileged position. It's utterly stupid what this person is saying.
Just showing. By saying that, like, well...
And this person has no right to fucking call people privileged. This is a person calling themselves queer who is probably bisexual at the most. Like, white as fuck. Literally given money by people on Patreon every month. And you want to complain about fucking privilege? Like, really? Really, Nibba? You are like the most privileged person I can fucking see. I'm less privileged than you. Actually, I'm less privileged than many people, but that's beside the point, and people don't believe me when I say that anyway.
Politician, it doesn't really affect me. Politics don't really matter. They're boring. It means that they don't affect your life because you are a...
See, the thing is, I think this is a million times worse than just being like, well, I don't care about politics, it don't really affect me. Like, yeah, that's an ignorant position. You probably should still think about these things. But this person is worse because this is just like lefty slop. This is like pandering to a shitty audience who feel the same way that you do, is that anyone who's like right of like liberal, or liberal and right, I guess, is a terrible person, like necessarily. Like, this is the easiest fucking content in existence, and this person wants to call anyone privileged. Like, motherfucker, this is cringe.
Privileged person, and whatever happens doesn't affect you, such as why so many cis het white men...
And this person, I 100% believe, just gets off on like shitting on people. I think that's 100% true.
Men are conservative, and many more people of color are more left because of the way that it works.
Is that even true? There's like a lot more like black and Latino like conservatives coming up in like the US and stuff like that. Like there's not none of them.
And the way that conservative politics benefit people who are already benefiting from the way society is, while it's negatively impacting minority groups. So if you say that you're apolitical,
what was I saying? Baby's first fucking leftist video. Like, Jesus. And the thing is, people listen to these people and think that this is like right and that these people have points. They're not saying anything, much of anything. Oh, society should be better. All these rich people and some other people who are not rich. Wow. Wow. Mind-blowing. Amazing.
it means that you're content with the way the system works, which is more conservative. All politicians, even politicians who are more left, are still quite...
Wait, is that always conservatism? I don't think that's always conservatism. Like, I feel like the status quo in terms of like trans healthcare, for example, is not conservative at all. And it's the conservatives that are trying to pull the fucking status quo back, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it probably depends on what you're talking about, you know.
Quite conservative, particularly in the States. They're all conservative, except like AOC and Bernie Sanders.
They're all conservative in the States except AOC and Bernie Sanders. Do I need more proof that this is the most basic bitch lefty that ever existed in fucking 2021? Please tell me.
That's just the way that it is. And by you saying that you're content and apolitical and politics for you, you're conservative. If you're young...
Yeah, you just made up a whole load of fucking things that person probably did not think ever in their life, but sure.
I understand. I used to say that as well. I don't understand politics. It doesn't really impact me. And I was young and I wasn't educated and I didn't take time to educate myself. And now I understand how they impact other people and the importance of it.
I think you were probably smarter before you educated yourself. I think what probably happened is you read a bunch of stupid shit and internalized it and then decided to regurgitate it on your channel.
And I'm now a very political person, obviously.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately, many very political people are not very knowledgeable people or very intelligent people, you know.
Because I took it upon myself.
You don't have to have an opinion about everything. It's okay to admit you don't know. True. Yes, true. Very much so.
To learn, because I realized that it does make a difference and that people are impacted. So I say, try to educate yourself.
No, actually, it does make a difference. Try to educate yourself, because these people won't educate you. They aren't, it's not their job. They're not here for it. This person's got to make boilerplate fucking lefty reacts to Twitter things for a whole video. Like, you thought my content was bad. This is like way worse, trust me. Anyway.
Don't just avoid politics for comfort, because it's important and people's lives are impacted. You
probably shouldn't do that, in fact. However, you probably also shouldn't fall into some thought cult like this person did. And you definitely shouldn't get into politics for like community. That's the last thing you should do, because you will just meet a lot of other fucking cooked people and they'll cook you if you're not cooked already yourself.
Life, would you do whatever you can to protect human life? Of course. Why aren't you wearing a mask? It's a personal choice. My body, my choice. Your body, my choice. That's the way that it goes. I'm in control of everybody's body, including my own. I don't want to wear a mask, so I'm not going to. However, you over there doing that, I don't want you to do that, so you aren't allowed to. How dare you do something that I don't agree with? That's very rude. I didn't give you permission to do that. This moves on to doing, why aren't you wearing a mask? It's a
personal choice. What's she trying to say? Is it some kind of, yeah, well, you're against people transitioning and that's a personal choice? I don't know. Let's try it.
Personal choice. My body, my choice. Your body, my choice.
Oh, abortion. Okay.
That's the way that it goes. I am in control of everybody's body, including my own. I don't want to wear a mask, so I'm not going to. However, you over there doing that, I don't want you to do that.
I think there's a big difference between choosing to wear or not to wear a mask and having an opinion on like abortion or something. Like, no? Like, one of them is very much more like immediate than the other in a way. I don't know.
So you aren't allowed to. How dare you do something that I don't agree with? That's very rude. I didn't give you permission to do that. This moves on to the next one, actually, quite well. How come Republicans are getting the virus?
So she had literally nothing to say about that one, really, then. Great.
They will say it's because we don't wear masks. I wonder why we'll say that. I wonder why. It's definitely not because it's been scientifically proven that wearing masks helps stop the spread.
Scientifically proven that it helps stop the spread, and that definitely means that conservatives are the only ones getting the fight. Listen, I'm not a fucking conservative, believe it or not. I get called one constantly. Oh, you're a right-winger, blah, blah, blah. All that shit. It's not actually true. I still got fucking COVID. It sucked. I was like being sick for ages. Well, for one day. And then I was like, I felt really sick in my stomach for like 2 weeks. It was not fun.
That's definitely not why it is. I don't understand how people are like this. It's all a conspiracy. They're targeting conservative. How? What goes through your head? How does anything you say make sense? Do you have a single thought? I've seen posts sort of talking about
projection.
How the education gap, like more educated people are more likely to be left. They're like, well, that means that.
Oh yeah, this person definitely wants to put themselves out there as being more educated. I don't know. I can't imagine being this full of myself, but hey, maybe people disagree. Maybe people think I'm very full of myself.
People think that Trump supporters are stupid. Yeah.
She's genuinely confused, but she means well. I disagree with that. I think this is one of those pathological fucking lefties that likes to shit on people that are not like her.
With that context, people would think that Trump supporters are uneducated and stupid. Thank you for proving the point. Yes.
See what I mean?
Yes, we do. Because you're out here being like, science? That's just the left. The left make up science. Science isn't real. It's been taken over by the left. I only agree with science up until 1890. Cover me in leeches when I get sick. Conservatives give me a headache. You get it though. Like, I've had people ask me for sources, and every time I give them a source.
Conservatives gives you a headache. I don't trust that this person has spoken, at the time of this video, has spoken to any conservatives within at least 6 months about anything normal.
Conservative by the left. I only agree with science up until 1890. Cover me in leeches when I get sick. Conservatives give me a headache. You get it though. Like, I've had people ask me for sources, and every time I give them a source, like a reliable source, they're like, no, it was made up.
A reliable source. Oh.
This was made up by the left. No matter what source you give them, they'll tell you that it was.
Both sides fucking do that. You know how much stuff I like argue regarding like trans stuff that people just tell me, oh no, that's just made up. One person decided that I'd made up the whole concept of like socialization, as in like how the way you're socialized as a child affects who you are growing up. You know what I mean? I've been told that that's made up, so I don't fucking know. She might think she means well, but in the same way that an abusive narcissist maybe means well. Yeah, maybe. I don't want to like jump in with both feet on calling this person a narcissist. I mean, they keep themselves oblivious to their own inner mechanics. Yeah, I feel like it's probably going to be quite hard to find any like self-reflection or points where this person is like self-critical. Does that make sense? And those kind of people I can't relate to, because it comes across like these people actually do think that they're like perfect or something.
It's made up by the left, and that you're being lied to, and it's all a hoax and it's all fake, no matter what scientific paper it is or anything. It's made up, it's fake. And you ask them for a source and they will literally give you like 4chan or like a known right-wing propaganda site. They will give it to you as a source. I legit saw Republicans say, what if instead of making thousands of individual GoFundMe pages, we created one giant GoFundMe account which US residents can tap into when they have medical expenses? Wow, imagine if American money, like tax money, was used to fund healthcare. You know that's what we've been asking for, right? You know when they talk about Medicare for all and universal healthcare, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about using like your taxpayer money, like money that you have available to pay for people's medical care.
I could be wrong, but like this Medicare for all and stuff, isn't some of it what these people were pushing? Wasn't some of it like way further than any like healthcare provider goes anywhere in the world, including like the NHS? I could be wrong on that. I remember some of the arguments from like a few years ago when this lefty shit was like fucking rampant. That's the problem with liberals. We don't think we're capable of wrongdoing or something. Yeah, some of them, yeah. And like people like this seem to view whether someone's a good or bad person depending on their beliefs and not like their actions, you know. I could have the most base, like woke fucking everything for everyone. I have the fucking key to the door that is gonna make everyone happy and no one's gonna disagree ever again. Like I have those beliefs or whatever, and I'm also a nonce. Like, yeah, I'm probably still a bad person, you know what I mean? Some leftists are able to diagnose the issue but then support terrible solutions. Yeah, it's so much easier to complain about something than suggest a solution about it. So like, it's very easy to shit on capitalism, but their ideas, are they better? Like, where's socialism really work that well? People say things like Finland and Sweden, which are like capitalist countries, you know, with some like more left kind of principles, which is kind of like where I'm at, you know? In US, how employers pay for employees' health insurance, like all jobs do that. Yeah.
Who can't pay for it? You know that's what everyone else has been doing this whole time? And for some reason you're like, no, we want to spend billions of dollars on weaponry that we don't need. We want to...
Yeah, because it's that simple. Imagine this person could totally just turn the country around in like 5 days. We can't even get our healthcare through the VA, right, for our veterans. So I'm a bit dubious about healthcare for all. Hey, maybe, I don't know. There's plenty of UK veterans on the streets, but then it's quite a complicated problem. Like, the way some of them get so fucked up, like this kind of PTSD, some of them is genuinely hard to help. And it genuinely might come across with some of them that they don't want help because it's just that bad, you know, the shit that's like fucked them up because of what they've seen and what they've experienced and stuff. So it's like veterans is a really tough one, I think.
You want to spend billions of dollars on invading other countries instead of on medical care. You have the money available to you and you are choosing...
God, this is the soyest thing I've seen in ages, and I watch trans content.
Not to use it. Because what? Because that's communism?
Calling 4chan the people who exposed cat killers right-wing is wild. Isn't 4chan just a whole mixture of like everyone?
Even conservatives in other countries are happy with...
Like conservatives. It could be a drinking game every time she whines about conservatives.
Paying taxes to help for medical care. I do not understand that country. I do not understand the level of greed. It's fucked up. I don't know what possible flaws you could find in public healthcare.
So I have this thing, like, I often hear Americans talking about my country, and I often find myself getting irritable and find myself wishing that these Americans would just stop talking about the UK and stop talking about my country because they don't seem to really understand it very well. That must be what any Americans watching, listening to this person must be feeling right now. Like, Jesus Christ, how did people get away with this kind of content? It is the worst fucking political content out there. Like, I'd rather listen to a fucking Nazi, and I don't want to listen to any fucking Nazis, like, ever.
I just cannot find a single flaw. Sort it out, my dear Lord. I will never understand.
Yeah, just sort it out. Just do it right instead of wrong. You know what I mean? Fuck me. Political fucking analysis.
I will never understand. Lol, this is supposed to be an ad for Jesus, but it makes Satan seem fucking rad as hell. Satan doesn't whisper, believe in me. He whispers, believe in yourself. Is that meant to make me anti-Satan? I don't understand what the point in that is. Yeah, that makes Satan sound great. Those are some words of wisdom to live by. You should believe in yourself.
He hits every beat perfectly. This is the most basic bitch. Queer, leftist. Every single beat. Everyone just perfectly. This is like the perfect, like, amalgamation of every terrible fucking leftist content creator in 2021. This is like pure 100% leftist slop right here. Like, of the worst kind. The worst kind of leftist shit. You know what I mean? And this was like huge back in the day. Like, people watch this. I probably would have thought this was kind of based if I'd have seen it when I was younger. For all I know, I wouldn't have seen it like young enough because it was 2021, and I was 30 when this came out, and I wasn't a fucking lefty by that point.
I think I'm going to end this video on a positive note. Everyone, listen to Satan. Believe in yourself. You don't need to follow anyone else. You don't need to put your faith in anyone else. Put your faith in yourself. Power yourself on. Believe in you and the power within you.
Okay, maybe I'm starting to see the MPD thing.
To achieve what you need to achieve. Because you have it in you. You have the strength within yourself to do whatever you
4chan are mostly disaffected people who are politically homeless. Fair enough. Listen, my whole channel and my Discord is probably kind of like that, to be honest, so...
want. Thank you, Satan. I appreciate it. I'm going to leave that there. My videos recently have been way more angry than funny because I've just been angry recently.
There we go, the queer kiwi. We got some leftist content, some vintage bread tube from the heyday. It was all awful, pretty much. And I hope you understand why now, because I can copy and paste anyone into this person's place, change the accent, and it's the same shit. It's the same shit, and it's, yeah, it sucks. It sucked then, it sucks now. And again, hey, it's more stuff that was like influential to like trans people, because we really like the fucking leftist shit, you know what I mean? Really couldn't go without it.